Hello all, welcome to my channel Everyday PM. I am Priya and presenting the fifth lesson of the basic series PM Made Easy. Thank you to all those who have subscribed to my channel and hope you have gained some knowledge about project management in the past few weeks. Little bit about myself for all the new viewers. I am Priya and I have more than a decade of experience in project management. I started this basic series to mentor and share my learnings as well as experience that will help our future project managers in the workforce. So today the lesson 5 is all about waterfall methodology in project management. So let's get started. But before we do, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Agenda for lesson 5. We will go through the objective, recap of the previous lesson, definition of waterfall, what are the stages of waterfall, what are the criteria on choosing waterfall methodology, the strengths and weaknesses, and waterfall in our personal space. Finally, we will be concluding today's lesson with homework and some fun bite. The objective for today's class, this is a basic series which is covered in 11 lessons. We are currently in lesson number 5. Each lesson is around 10 to 15 minutes. Each lesson explores project management in corporate and personal space. The entire series is simple, easy to understand, and enjoyable. And the goal is to make project management interesting to all and build up a strong workforce in this space. So explore project management to relaunch your career and most importantly, get certified. Let's look at the recap of lesson 4. At a high level, we talked about project management methodology, which are the common methodologies. What are the benefits of using a methodology for managing a project? And what are the basic criteria to choose a particular methodology? Again, go through the details of lesson 4 and the link will be provided in the description box as well as somewhere on the top of the screen. Let's talk about definition of waterfall. So a waterfall methodology, it's an approach that focuses on linear progression from start to end of a project. In this approach, the requirements are gathered right at the beginning of the project, and then a sequential project plan is created in order to complete those requirements. This model is known as waterfall because each phase of the project cascades into the next, flowing steadily like a waterfall. And waterfall approach has basic 3 principles, namely low degree of customer involvement, strong project documentation, and sequential structure. Once again, waterfall approach is a linear progression from beginning to end of a project. Now, waterfall methodology does have stages. They can vary from 5 to 7. I'm listing here 6 common stages in a waterfall project management. And they are requirements, analysis and design, development and implementation, testing, deployment, and finally the maintenance. And since it is a waterfall, it is going to be cascading. That means analysis and design stage will begin only after the requirements are final. So, in short, any stage can be picked up only after the previous stage gets completed. So, we will start the development or implementation only after the requirements are analyzed and design is approved. We will start the testing only when the complete development is done. Once all the testing is completed and sign off has happened, then we deploy the code that we are writing or whatever we are developing, we will deploy that only after the testing is completed. And finally, we go into the maintenance stage. So since it is like a cascading impact or effect, that's why it is a waterfall project management. Now let's look at the criteria for choosing waterfall. So this approach works best when project has the following characteristics. First, clear requirements. The requirements are well defined right at the beginning and they are not going to change during the course of the project. Second is predictable outcomes. That is, the project is replicable and it is proven. That means we do know what should be the outcome of the project. Third, strict time constraints. We rely on the project plan because project plan tells us what are the tasks to be done, who will be doing it, what is the schedule. So we follow a strict deadline or a schedule. Lastly, well-defined end goal. That means we know what is the path of this project from start to finish. Now, waterfall is a good choice of projects in industries like banking, construction, government, and pharmaceuticals. Once again, criteria for choosing waterfall, the basic criteria or the characteristics are clear requirements, predictable outcomes, strict timeline, well-defined end goal. Now let's look at the strengths and weaknesses of waterfall. Let's look at its strengths first. It's very easy to understand and easy to use. It provides a good reference to inexperienced resources working on the project because of good documentations. We use project plan in waterfall, so all the milestones are well understood by the project team and everybody is marching towards the same goal. There is a requirement stability. Then PM control is very strong. Because of the project plan, the PMs can understand what are the deliverables, who are the resources, what is the schedule, so that PMs can better control it. And it works very well when the quality is more important. But at the same time, it does have some weaknesses that include all the requirements are to be known right in the beginning. Since deliverables are created for each phase, so they are considered to be frozen. It does give a kind of false impression of the progress. Now, integration between the phases is one big bang at the end. And very little opportunity for customers to preview the systems. Typically, the business users come into the picture during the testing phase when the development is complete. And lack of flexibility if the requirements change. So these are the strengths and the weakness of waterfall. So depending on your project, depending on the organization, we decide what kind of a methodology will be used or should be implemented. Now, if you have seen my previous videos, you do know that I always give example of our daily life. As I had mentioned before, we do use project management in our daily life, just that we are not aware of it. And when I associate the project management in daily life, it becomes little easier to understand project management, and then the application of the same in our work life becomes comparatively easy. So let us take some example of waterfall in daily life. So we are going to have a dinner party at home, and the project is to decide or to cook a main course item for a dinner party. Now let's map it as a part of waterfall. So as we seen in the previous slide, there are 6 phases, and we are going to map the way we do our main course item to the waterfall stages. So under requirements, we decided we want to make pasta as the main course. As a part of analyze and design, we decided that it is going to be a penne pasta in marinara sauce. So there is little more flavor to the requirements. Under development or implementation, we go through the cooking process to make penne pasta with marinara sauce, we garnish it, etc. As a part of testing, we will taste what is cooked to make sure that all the ingredients are right. As a part of deployment, we will serve the pasta on the dinner table, and many times we do keep some portion of it aside for the refill purpose. And as a part of maintenance, host will refill the pasta, and he or she will also check that the temperature, etc. of the pasta is right, or if it needs reheating. So these factors come as a part of maintenance. So you see, we do have waterfall methodology in our day-to-day life too. And again, I gave a very basic example just to make certain things simpler and clear. So let's do a homework. Revisit waterfall methodology. Revisit the dinner party slide that I just shared, and identify a similar kind of experience that you have that falls under waterfall method, and do share. Share your homework in the comment section. Let's chuckle a bit. A project manager is rushing to his boss, stating that, hey, I finished the project on time and on budget. And the boss responds, great. Next time, you are going to get less time and less money. That is how project managers work in the corporate world. This is the last slide for this lesson. In the next lesson, we will go through Agile methodology in details. Thank you all for going through my lessons here, or rather this video here. And before we close, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you again.